My name is Greg Harlow, retired postal worker, widower, and lifelong bass fisherman. When I bought my little house in Clearwater Estates, I chose it for one reason. The lake. Quiet, peaceful, full of ducks, frogs, and most importantly, trophy largemouth bass. Every morning, I'd grab my coffee thermos and folding chair, sit by the water, and cast my line. It was my therapy, my peace. But Tina Faulkner, the self-appointed queen of the HOA, had other plans. She called herself an aquatic behavior specialist and treated the lake like her personal kingdom. The first time we met, she marched down to the dock in a power suit and heels, waving a clipboard, said I was breaking HOA Regulation 7.3 subsection B, unauthorized lake interaction. She even measured how far my chair was from the water, claiming I violated a 3-foot safety buffer zone. Then came the fines. $75 for unauthorized rod deployment, $125 for tone in email after I politely challenged the rule, improper lure disposal, overt casting arc, and menacing bobber placement. Yes, really. She even told neighbors I was emotionally unstable and possibly training fish to attack swimmers, installed cameras by the dock, formed a lake watch group with walkie-talkies. One day she brought a megaphone and announced to the whole neighborhood that I was terrorizing community waters. That's when I'd had enough. I made 3 phone calls. 1, a property lawyer, an old friend from my postal days. 2, a land surveyor to check who actually owned the lake. 3, a land broker who specialized in unusual property deals. Turns out, the HOA didn't own the lake. The original developer had left it under a shell company that had been dissolved 5 years ago. The lake and surrounding land were in legal limbo. For $14,000, less than a good bass boat, I became the legal owner of the lake, the dock, and a 3-foot strip of shoreline around it. The deed was mine. Tina found out the next day when she got a cease and desist letter for trespassing on my aquatic property. She tore it up and yelled in my face. So I had her pink kayak impounded. Then I got to work, installed real security cameras, put up private property signs every 20 feet, added motion-activated loudspeakers that yelled, "Get off my lake," if someone crossed the line. But I'm not a cruel man. I gave friendly neighbors official lake passes, free of charge. Just follow 3 simple rules. Respect the fish, pack out your trash, and no wake before 8 a.m. As for HOA board members, they had to apply in person, fill out a 10-page form, write an essay titled "Why Fishing Matters to America," and attend a 2-hour fishing etiquette seminar taught by me. Topics included bobber spacing, quiet casting, and how not to be a total bass. Tina, of course, was permanently banned. Her photo posted at every entrance. Do not admit. She called the police. They told her I own the lake and, quote, legally speaking, he's the admiral of this pond. She tried to sue using HOA funds without approval, created a slideshow called The Fish Terrorists Among Us, but I had the final play. Footage from my cameras. I showed the entire neighborhood. Her chasing ducks with a broom yelling, "Go back to Canada," throwing rocks at turtles, pouring weed killer into the lake at 3 a.m. The next HOA meeting, I arrived in full fishing gear, waders, sunglasses, and a shirt that read, HOA equals hooked on arrogance. I handed out smoked bass with crackers and gave a presentation titled How I Reeled in Victory, Fighting Tyranny with Property Law. The board voted unanimously to remove her, and when the district attorney saw the footage, Tina was charged with environmental violations and criminal mischief. She faced up to 2 years in jail and $50,000 in fines. As the deputy read her the charges, her mouth opened and closed like a bass flopping on the dock. Best catch of my life.